Coming up, we'll talk a tough night at Fremont Speedway, including plenty of carnage, plus High Limit and the Flo Series are in action tonight, and we'll discuss what's been a wild ride so far for Daison Pursley, from breaking his neck in 2021 to finding success again. Let's go. It's Tuesday, May 28th. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is DIRTRACKR Daily, presented by Kubota Genuine Parts. Make sure you hit that like button on these videos, subscribe to the YouTube channel or where you get podcasts, and turn on notifications. Doing those things helps the show, and it makes sure you don't miss any future episodes. If you're new around here, we do this 5 days a week, talking dirt racing Sunday through Thursday. It was an expensive and messy night at Fremont last night with the World of Outlaws in town. The feature was littered with incidents, and there are a bunch of torn up race cars inside of shops, inside of haulers today. Fremont was tricky, pretty technical, and it caught plenty of drivers out. The worst incident of the night was Bill Rose's heat race crash, where he climbed the left rear of Logan Schuchart's car and went tumbling into turn one. The car was absolutely destroyed, and the impacts actually broke the motor plate. That's how hard the hit was. If you know anything about sprint cars, you know that motor plate is a serious piece of hardware, and it takes a big impact to break one. Rose walked away, but did not compete the rest of the night. And in a strange coincidence, it was just 1 year ago at Lawrenceburg where we saw Rose tangle with Carson Macedo and then end up over the top of Logan Schuchart as well. Memorial Day Racing does not agree with Bill. We also saw a wild one for Zane Duvall. There were multiple feature tumbles for Sterling Kling, and there were several others through the course of the program. It was a very nice field of cars, though, 48 in attendance. Parker Price Miller, the only High Limit regular who made the tow from Port Royal. This was the Rick Ferkel tribute race, and PPM had a tight relationship with the Ohio Travelers, so obviously that's why he was there. PPM will be back in action again tonight at Grandview, so that team had a 7-hour drive to make after last night's race. Carson Macedo led all 35 laps for Outlaw win number 2 on the season. David Gravel, Carson Macedo also on the podium. It was Cole's first career Outlaw top 3 and his 4th career top 5. He continues to look strong in that Kevin Newton-owned 16 car, both with the Outlaws and High Limit. He's already got a pair of NARC wins this season. I feel like he could strike with either national series before the year is out. Cale Thomas, the highest finishing Ohio regular, in 7th. He's having a nice season so far, driving for Jay Kaiser. He won actually last Friday at Attica in weekly competition. And it was another strong night for Bill Balog, who charged from 18th to 4th. Carson Macedo, Buddy Kofoid both extended their top 10 streaks to 20 and 19 races, respectively. Macedo, the hottest driver here lately, he leads the Outlaws in average finish over the last 5 and last 10 races. Headed to Beaver Dam this weekend, the Outlaw top 5 in the standings separated by just 100 points. And I know that I'm the only one that cares about these championships in May, but we've got some good ones going on right now. The Outlaws and High Limit are tight. We've got a multi-way fight for that final Lucas Chase spot. The Outlaw late models are close as well. It's a shame that some of you just aren't in on this. Elsewhere last night, Chad Simpson was a $3,000 late model winner at Davenport Speedway. Tim Kading won the second night of the Memorial Day doubleheader at Huset's Speedway. He topped Chase Randall and Daison Pursley in that one. And before we move on, I do want to put the spotlight here back on Daison Pursley. I know I brought him up on yesterday's show for winning that Huset's race on Sunday, but can we talk for a second about how far this kid has come in just a few years? Back at the end of 2021, Pursley was injured in a USAC midget crash at the Arizona Speedway and suffered a severe spinal cord injury. Things were pretty touch and go there for a while, and after surgery to make repairs, he was paralyzed from the neck down. Pursley was in the hospital for a significant amount of time, and with a fractured C4 and C5, it was hard to even contemplate him having a chance to race again. At the time, you were hoping the kid could just have some semblance of a normal life going forward. He spent several months, though, in rehab and made an incredible appearance at the 2022 Chili Bowl, walking into the building on his own 2 feet. And then less than a year after the incident, was back in race cars again. In the 2 years since, he's made 2 main event appearances at the Chili Bowl, including a top 5 in 2024. Remember, he had that incredible hard-charging run up there. He's currently 4th in the USAC sprint car points and has won in both the sprint car and the midget. That midget win came just recently in the season opening weekend at Belleville. He's already got a bunch of micro victories in 2024 and is now showing speed in a wing sprint car after just a handful of starts in his career. 3 appearances over the weekend with Brandon Eichenberry's 25 team. He went 18th to 11th Saturday at Knoxville. He had that win on Sunday at Huset's and a podium last night at Huset's. Just getting back behind the wheel of a car was a huge win on its own, but now he's settled in and really having some success. And at 19 years old, the sky is the limit here. Looking at racing tonight, we've got the Kubota High Limit Sprint Cars back in action for a midweek championship stop at Grandview Speedway. $20,000 to win and probably in the neighborhood of 40 cars in attendance tonight. They had exactly 40 on the pre-entry list, so figure one or two either side of that number. Because of the Weichert finish, Tyler Courtney has taken back the championship lead from Brad Sweet for the season-long battle, and then Sunshine also leading the midweek title with 3 races complete on that side. Grandview, one of the tracks that was on the high limit schedule in 2023, and Rico Abreu will be looking for a repeat. He won the show a year ago over Kyle Larson. He finally broke through this season just 11 days ago at Utica Rome, and he followed that up with a podium at Port Royal. He's quite a ways out of the championship battle right now, and some more podium finishes are what he's going to need to climb back into it. Courtney also had recent success at Grandview, winning the All-Star Show there in 2021. I don't know what kind of experience Brad Sweet has there, as the last time the Outlaws had raced at Grandview was 2007. This could be another good chance for the rest of these guys to gain some ground on the Napa 49 team. Remember, no Kyle Larson in attendance tonight. He's participating in a Goodyear tire test today at Iowa Speedway, where consequently it looks like it's raining. If you aren't headed for Grandview tonight, you can watch it live on FloRacing. Also on Flo, we'll finally get to see the opener for the 2024 FloRacing Night in America late models. They've got $20,000 to win tonight at Macon Speedway, and they should see a similar car count to what we're going to see with High Limit, maybe around 40 for tonight. Neither National Late Model Touring Series is in action this week, so after tonight, we'll likely see the bigger late model teams kind of scatter around the country, or maybe even take the weekend off in advance of the Dirt Late Model Dream coming up at Eldora. It's not been uncommon in recent years for some of the top guys to do that, to take this weekend off. The Flo Series races tonight, and then next Wednesday, they'll kick things off at Eldora with round number 2. The Dream then starts on Thursday. Macon Speedway has not been on the Flo schedule previously, and it's not part of either national tour. It has been a regular summer national stop, though, and I think the Illinois guys may have a leg up tonight. That includes Bobby Pierce, Jason Fager, Shannon Babb, some of those guys that we've seen run summer nationals and have success at some of these races, like the Herald and Review 100. Hot laps are set for 6 tonight, with racing going on at 7. There are quite a few other shows around the country tonight, so make sure to stop by DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight to see all of your streaming options. While you're there as well, make sure to sign up for the Slider. That's our free email newsletter. We just recently had an issue with Danny Sams getting interviewed, so I know a lot of people have kind of been seeing what Danny has been doing, but if you're curious about his career and the situation he's in this season and some of the success he's had already, you can find that at DIRTRACKR.com/the Slider. Make sure to sign up for those emails. They don't come all the time, just periodically. No crazy spam or anything like that. If you don't like it, just unsubscribe, but they're free and you can get them right to your inbox. That's it for the Daily Show today. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Hope you guys have a great Tuesday out there. We will see you right back here tomorrow.